Today we're talking about publishing in the Caribbean, specifically Trinidad and Tobago. So if you are a writer, this video might interest you. There are two ways that you could go about publishing your book. There's the traditional way where you send it to a publisher and hope that they publish it, or you could self-publish it. Let's talk about the self-publishing process because that's what I did back in 2008. I published a book called 90 Days of Violence. The self-publishing process is a lot easier than you think, but it involves some groundwork because you're now doing work that the publisher would have done for you if you found a publisher to publish your book. You now have all the responsibility. That includes writing your book, editing your book, getting ISBN numbers for your book, finding a printer that can print the book, and marketing the book. Managing relationships with bookstores. There's a book called Across the Caribbean. Somewhere in 2013, I had a competition for writers and I put the winning stories into the books. Let's talk about the ISBN numbers. Where do I find an ISBN number? You get it from NALIS. You go to NALIS, the Technical Services Department, and you apply for an ISBN number. You could get 1, 10, 100, 1000. If you're self-publishing and you plan to write a lot of books, get at least 10 ISBN numbers. You'll save some money. Then there's the printer. Where do I find a printer? You could find a printer in the yellow pages. It's that simple. I called a couple, visited a couple, and then I found a company based in Keene Farm, Trinity. The name of that company is Graphic Scripts Printing. It's run by a gentleman named Mr. Fareed Mohammed. He printed my first 2 books. He's printed books for Michael Cozier, that's a writer based in Ikakas village, and a number of other people. So I went to Graphic Scripts Printing and I got codes for printing 100, 200, 500, and 1000 books. As the quantity of books increase, the unit price drops. That's how it works, regardless of which printing company you go to.
So if I was printing 200 books, maybe the unit price would have been $40 per book. If I was printing 500, it may have been $30.
I chose to print 1000 books because I thought I could get 1000 books sell really easy. I went to the bank, they refused me a loan, so I did the next best thing. I checked my mother and I say,
Ma, you know what? If I print 1000 books, I could get 1 book for $25. That's sounding like a real good deal.
And she was like, yeah, that's sounding like a real good deal, but you think you could sell 1000 books?
Ma, I selling that easy, girl. By the time I walk down the street and check Mr. Arthur and Mrs. Clark and what's the name of the man down the road, the man who always used to be bouncing down the wicket when he playing cricket. Yeah, by the time I check them, that book sell out in 2 days' time.
It's 2020 and I still have copies of that book in stock, 90 Days of Violence. That could mean one of 3 things. I'm a terrible salesman, I'm a terrible writer, or I print too many books. And trust me, I real push sales. I hit the street, I walk around neighborhoods, I called organizations that I thought might be interested in books. NALIS was kind enough to buy copies of the book. Every Christmas for about 5 years straight, I was in Trinity Mall selling books. That's with Charon's bookstore. For 5 or 6 years, Vinay Charon provided me with a space that I could meet people, that I could sell books. And writers in Trinidad and Tobago need more spaces like that. You go to any bookstore.
Yeah, we are Western Net Books, man. Go down in that section in the back there. Yeah, quite in the back. No, further than that.
Long story short, if you are self-publishing your book, it really doesn't make sense printing a whole lot of copies. You're probably an excellent salesman or saleswoman, and you think you could push out 500 books or 1000 books in no time? Good for you. Let me know how you just do it because I'm really interested in finding out. I mean, maybe you shouldn't even be a writer, you should be a salesman. Print a couple books, test the waters, see how it's going. Especially today when there are options like the Amazon Kindle that would allow you to upload your book for free and promote sales yourself. See how that goes, make some money, and then go and print hard copies of your book. Of course, there's nothing like a hard book. So I have hundreds of books in storage and I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. And I got an idea. I think it's a fantastic idea to donate these books to someone, but I want to know that when I donate it, I'm donating it to people that would value it. A lot of times you talk to Caribbean writers and they lament the fact that there aren't enough opportunities for them to get their work out there. So in 2012 and 2013, podbig.com had a competition for Caribbean writers. Each of these 2 books has stories from Caribbean writers you've probably never heard about. This is Jewels of the Caribbean and this is Across the Caribbean. We took the winning stories and we put them into these books. SBCS was great. They facilitated a book launch which was fantastic. Thank you very much SBCS. Thank you very much Dr. Robin Maraj. Thanks. It means a lot. It meant a lot and it still means a lot. I want to give these 100 books to people that I believe will value them because I despise the fact that these books are just sitting down in storage, wasting away. I really am a terrible salesman, you know, when I think about it. I just wanted to sit down and write books and print books and thought that people would buy them. Hi Carolyn, morning, how things? Is it okay if I come and visit you a little bit earlier? Alright, I'll see you in a minute then. So I am properly lost. I have no idea where I am. Hey Carolyn, what's up? Listen, I think I lost. Where exactly is Arima? I seen a sign mark, welcome to Sandy Grande. What do you mean I had to turn back?
Lyndon, how are you? Long time no see. Happy belated Valentine's, if there's such
thank you
a
very
thing.
much. How are you looking so smashing today?
Oh, I tried.
So this is Alta's office in what, Arima?
Yes. It's our new office.
What's the story you're going to give now?
So, Lyndon came to be interviewed as an actor tutor. And at the interview, Listra Hazari was conducting the interviews. We were downstairs at that time. He brought 2 of his books. I couldn't put it down. Excellent reading. I bought a book for each and every family member for Christmas that year. And they were like, oh my God! You know, my father said, I was screaming.
I really wanted to make a donation to an organization that I thought when people would value the books the most. For me, that represented Alta.
Yeah.
These books that you're seeing here, I had a competition for writers in the Caribbean. I have like about 17 writers in each one of these books from different islands. The winner of this competition here is from Guyana.
We have the reading circle, and this will go towards our reading circle library. I mean, on behalf of Alta, Lyndon, I have to say thank you so much, because our reading circle is really very active. That's kicked off a nice start, and we have our students who they have benefited well. So this will be a beautiful addition.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.